Good morning, students. Chapter 3 Reproductive Health. In today's class, we are going to discuss the topic Medical Termination of Pregnancy, that is MTP. It is commonly called as abortion. In rare cases, abortion occurs naturally, but sometimes it is intentionally or voluntarily performed by the medical practitioner with the willingness of the individual. So the definition for MTP is medical method of abortion is a voluntary or intentional termination of pregnancy in a non-surgical or non-invasive way. MTP is legalized by the government. It is legalized by the government in the year 1971. So in the year 1971, MTP is legalized by the government of India with some restrictions. So why MTP is legalized with some restrictions means due to many social evils such as female feticides. For example, if the couple come to know that the baby is female, then there may be a chance of female feticide. So we have already learned in the amniocentesis, that is prenatal technique. So it is often misused, so that it has been banned. Same way, MTP is also legalized in the year 1971. And nearly 45 to 50 million MTP are performed in a year all around the world. So every year nearly 45 to 50 million MTP are performed all around the world. 1/5 of the total conceived pregnancy, that is one abortion, is performed out of 5 pregnancies. So what are the reasons for MTP? Why MTP is performed? Due to casual unprotected sexual intercourse, that is without realizing the consequences, that is due to casual unprotected sexual intercourse. So that is also one of the reason. And next is failure of contraceptives. Sometimes the contraceptives which is used by the couple may failure, or due to improper usage of contraceptives also it results in unplanned or unexpected pregnancy. Next is due to rapes also. In cases some unexpected pregnancy is maybe a chance. And next reason is continuation of pregnancy. So in some cases the female or the woman is continuously getting pregnant, and this may cause many harmful effects to the mother. So in that case also MTP is performed. So what are the 4 reasons for MTP? Means due to casual unprotected sexual intercourse, that is illegal sexual contact. Next is failure of contraceptives, and third is rape. Fourth is continuation of pregnancies. Now we'll see that is safe period for MTP. So during which period MTP is safer? So the safe period is, if you take the gestation period or the pregnancy period lasts for 40 weeks. That is 9 months. We divide into first trimester, second trimester and the third trimester. So MTP is safe during the first trimester, that is from the first week up to the 12th week MTP is safe. So and it should be performed with the opinion of one registered medical practitioner. So MTP for the first trimester should be performed with the opinion of one registered medical practitioner. And MTP is more riskier during the second trimester. So it is more riskier during the second trimester, that is 12 week to 24th week. So during the second trimester, MTP is very riskier, that is it may result in many harmful effects. So it should be performed with the opinion of 2 registered medical practitioners. So MTP during the second trimester should be performed with the opinion of 2 registered medical practitioner. So why the first trimester is not risk or it is not dangerous means, during the first trimester the growth is very, that is the fetus growth is very slow, and also the mother and the fetus is not intimately or strongly connected. So but during the second trimester the mother and the fetal tissues are strongly connected. So MTP performed during the second trimester is more riskier when compared to the first trimester. So MTP is safe during the first trimester. MTP performed during the first trimester has no impact on the woman's fertility, but MTP performed during the second trimester has impact on the woman's fertility, because during the second trimester the maternal as well as the fetal tissues are strongly connected. Next is why the medical practitioner are performing the MTP means due to various reasons. We will see one of the few reasons. Sometimes the pregnancy may be very harmful to the mother. So in that cases MTP is performed by the doctors. So sometimes the mother may get continuously pregnant, and due to that is this results in very harmful effects on the mother. So due to this reason MTP is performed by the doctors in order to save the mother. Next is sometimes the fetus or the embryo is not developed properly. So it has many chromosomal abnormalities or any other conditions. So if it is born also it will be handicapped. So to avoid that MTP is performed by the doctors. And some cases MTP is performed by illegally unqualified quacks. It is very unsafe and it could be fatal. So some people they avoid going to doctor and they will be going to the unqualified quacks, and it is very unsafe and it results in fatal to the mother. MTP of the first conception may be serious physiological and psychological consequences. So MTP performed during the first conception may result in serious physiological and psychological consequences. So this is about the MTP. Next we will see about the sexually transmitted diseases. So sexually transmitted diseases, STD. The other name for sexually transmitted diseases are venereal diseases, that is VD, or reproductive tract infections, RTI. So they are called as sexually transmitted infections. So STD, VD and RTI all are called as sexually transmitted infections. Why the name sexually transmitted diseases means this disease we have learnt in the communicable disease, that is disease which transmit from one person to other person. So commonly diseases are transmitted from one person to other person through air, water and also through food. Also some diseases are transmitted, but here the diseases are mainly transmitted through sexual contact. So the name sexually transmitted diseases. Normally that is sexually transmitted infections are transmitted from one person to the other person during the intimate sexual contact with an infected partner. So when a normal person have sexual contact with an infected person, he may have the chance of having the disease. So it is mainly transmitted from that is infected person through normal person through sexual contact. Infections like hepatitis B and HIV are transmitted sexually as well as by sharing of infusion needles, surgical instruments, etc. with the infected people. Then blood transfusion or from infected mother to baby. So usually the sexually transmitted disease are transmitted through sexual contact, but in some cases or in some diseases such as hepatitis B and HIV, it is not only transmitted through sexually but also by sharing of common needles. So when the needles are shared commonly, there may be a chance of getting the disease. And also if the surgical instruments which is used by the HIV person is not properly sterilized and it is again used to the normal person, he may get the infection. And also if the HIV person donate blood, if that is blood is not properly tested and if it is that is transferred to the normal person may affected by the HIV. And also the disease is transmitted from the infected mother. If the mother is infected with HIV and the baby is also affected by HIV. So these are the that is the disease hepatitis B and HIV are transferred. Who is susceptible to this disease? Means people in the age of 15 to 25 years. So people in the age of 15 to 24 years are prone to these infections because they are unaware of these conditions. So they are very prone to these infections. So the STI are of different types. There are bacterial STI, viral STI and protozoan STI. If you take the bacterial STI, the bacterial STI are gonorrhea, syphilis, chancroid, chlamydiasis and lymphogranuloma venereum. So these are the bacterial STI. The viral STI are genital warts, genital herpes, hepatitis B and AIDS. So these are the viral STI. And the trichomoniasis is a protozoan STI and candidiasis is a fungal and protozoa or parasites. So it can be treated with the antibiotics or other medicines. So if you take the bacterial STI or if you take the fungal STI and protozoan STI, it can be treated with the antibiotics or other medicines. Whereas STI which is caused by the virus cannot be treated. So viral STI is very dangerous when compared to the bacterial STI because bacterial STI can be treated using the antibiotics. That is bacterial STI, fungal STI and protozoa STI can be treated with the antibiotics and other medicines. But the viral STI is very dangerous and it cannot be treated. But the symptoms of the viral STI can be controlled by using the antiviral medications. So it can be controlled by using the antiviral medications. Latex condom usage greatly reduces the risk but does not completely eliminate the risk of transmission of diseases. So latex condom prevents the transmission of these diseases. Next we will see about the prevention of STDs. So how to prevent the sexually transmitted disease means avoid sex with the unknown partner or multiple partners. So illegal sexual contact should be avoided with the unknown partner or with the multiple partner. Then use condoms during sexual intercourse. So using condoms during sexual intercourse also prevent the STDs. Then in case of doubt, consult a doctor for the diagnosis and get complete treatment. So treatment during the early period is easy But if it is not properly treated in the earlier condition, then the treatment is very that is less. In case of doubt, that is, if the person is having doubt, he should consult the doctor in the earlier stages. So treatment at the that is final stages is very less possible. So these are the prevention of STDs. Go through the bacterial STI, viral STI and protozoan STI, their causative agent, symptoms and incubation period. Thank you.